about the Cypriot leagues and stuff, you know?
Cut this story short about Bulgaria. I go to Bulgaria. I signed for Lokomotiv Plovdiv. Okay.
Hmm.
And we had around 20 foreign players and a few Bulgarian players. And we were playing a European qualifiers against Vitesse from Holland.
Wow.
Oh, that
Wow,
the old
Vitesse.
Chelsea feeder
That's
club.
crazy.
Yeah. So I go there, I sign. I didn't even, I was on the bench sitting like there and I see the game finished 4-4. And I'm like, something's something's messy here. Something's not right. I could tell from certain players, but I was still 21 when I went, so I didn't really know. I didn't have experience with this kind of things. I don't know. I don't know for sure if something happened. But the next day, the fans in Bulgaria, they came to training with bats. What you call the thing you wear for punches?
Brass.
The
Knuckle
Fudusters.
dusters.
Yeah, they came. Some of them had like Hitler tattoo here on the things there, and they came to training and they were talking Bulgarian to some players that were Bulgarian. Some they were trying to speak some English. It wasn't good enough. But they were saying, if you don't leave the club by tomorrow, we're going to beat you all up. That was the main thing. So the next day, the chairman leaves and he takes 15 players or 16 players to another team in Bulgaria, to Tseseka.
What?
This happened, yeah, this happened in August because the chairman of Tseseka was his mate. So he took 15 players and he took him to another club. And he says to me, you stay there because there's another few good players in your position. You won't play, but if you stay there, you'll be playing.
Hmm.
And I started playing 3, 4 games in the beginning of the season. I got called up for Cyprus under 21s. I play 2 games. I come back buzzing. My club, I'm playing at, I went to the national team. We got a result, I think, too. And there's this guy at the club. He's like, he hasn't got a position. He's just the club legend because he was a
Hmm.
player. He was a manager. He speaks Greek. He managed the team in Cyprus. He managed the team in Greece too. Legend. No need to say names, but someone that knows the story, he'll realize who he is. He grabs me Tuesday. By the way, I was earning compared to the Bulgarian players now that came after me or were there with me. I was earning the highest contract in the club because the chairman left, the new guy took over. He was paying peanuts, whatever he had, just to keep the club going. So this guy grabs me, says to me, if you want to continue playing for us, you're going to have to give me this amount of leva every month from your wages. And I'm like 21 years old. I said, why? That's how it has to be from now on. You're going to have to be earning less money. This money was going to go back to the club, he says to me, back to the club, to his pocket. So I said to him, okay, I'll speak with my agent. He says to me, it's not about talking, it's yes or no, he says to me. So I go and speak with my agent, and it was stupid for my agent back then because he was asking for an amount that it wouldn't harm me even if I gave it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'll be playing 21 years old, playing in the top league in Bulgaria. And he says to me, no, tell him they're not going to give him anything. I go after he grabs me on Thursday or Friday before the bus leaves to go to hotel because in Bulgaria you traveled like the day before, always stayed overnight hotel. And I said to him, no, my agent says I'm not going to give you any money off my contract. He says to me, okay, my friend, no worries. He says to me, after I get showered, I go to the team sheet that the 20 players that are going to the hotel. I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. I couldn't find my name. I'm like, that was quick. Uh,
Wow.
uh,
Hey, don't mess with their money, man. Out the team right away. He wasn't
oh my
messing
God.
around.
And I didn't make another squad until a new manager um, he got sacked. They signed a new manager. He came in, I was training, I was doing well, doing my thing. I wanted to show like, I deserve to play. in general, I'm a player that always gave, even if I was on the bench, I always trained well. I was always like that when I used to play. And he says to me, why are you not involved? I didn't say the reason. I just said, I don't know. He says to me, I'm taking you to the game. I might use you. Anyway, he says to me like that. Come Friday, not in the team sheet again for the hotel. And he grabbed me, he says to me, it's not my decision. He explained me because his English was terrible also. And I realized that I'm not going to play again. Anyway, we wasn't getting paid anyway because the club had issues they couldn't give me. In January, they owed me like 3, 4 months. They gave me that and I just left. I went back to Cyprus.
You know
Bro,
what?
where do I even speak on, Connor? I don't even know where to go from there.
I think
Like,
that is something that actually happens a lot in Eastern Europe. Like from players
Yeah.
that I've played with, a lot of them have said how good the experience was on the pitch. Like the fan culture is unbelievable. People are like literally willing to die for the team. The setup can be really good, and obviously there you can play in Europe, but at the same time, I swear every person that I talk to that plays in Eastern Europe talks about their wages being withheld.
Yeah.
It's like the common denominator of everyone's experience when they go over there, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Even in Cyprus, it was really bad. The last 5, 6 years, it's much better. Like
hmm
the PFA of Cyprus, I used to be in the board, has done really strong things to not leave the clubs, try and play with players' money, and it's much better than it used to be. But you still hear that, like you might hear in Cyprus, he's unpaid for 1 month. It's
hmm
okay, only 1 month's fine. You know what I mean?